Welcome to Geoprocessing with QGIS. In the previous video, we installed QGIS and set it up for further processing. So that included configuring different processing toolboxes and setting up base maps from different sources. In this video, I want to show you how and where to get free satellite data for download. So this is a two-part video, and in this one I am basically focusing on downloads from external online portals, right? And in the next one I will show you how you can get imagery right from within QGIS with the help of some very useful plugins. So let's get into it. So the first portal that I want to introduce you to is the USGS Explorer, and this is the United States Geological Survey's portal for distributing data, and includes satellite data sets and other analysis ready products, both for data that cover the globe, as the entire globe, or data that are specific for the United States region. And so in this portal you can search and query images and be able to download them if you find that they meet the quality standards that you're looking for. And it includes a number of steps, and it's beautifully summarized here. It's very easy to follow. And in fact, all the portals that I will be introducing you to are quite easy to follow as well, because they are all sort of based on the same design, where you put in some spatial object, either it's a point or a polygon of the area for which you want data, and then you have to set the date and some other additional parameters like cloud cover, for instance, if you're looking for optical satellite data, and so on. So this is what you see on the left panel, which is the search criteria. And so for this one I have zoomed into a familiar area, which is my area of interest at the moment. And I must say that before you can be able to download data from this website, you have to set up an account, and it's free to set up. You only need an email address to do that, and you will get access to it in a matter of hours actually. So for this I will use a point to specify the area where I need the data, and set the date ranges for which I need the data. So this is just an example, so I will just choose an arbitrary date range here. And then the next step is to sort of work out the cloud cover, the acceptable cloud cover that I allow to search for the data. So there's a slide bar that you can easily adjust to whatever preferred limit of clouds that you want. And mind you, this can affect whether you get data or not, depending on the atmospheric conditions at the time. So here I set it to 50%. And then the next one is to go to the data sets tab, and you can see there's a number of data sets, a whole range of them, from optical to radar data and so on. And they actually offer Sentinel and Landsats here, which are going to be what we are interested in. But also there are digital elevation models or elevation data that you can download. So yeah, I'm going to focus on Sentinel data for now. And if you check the additional parameters, it's sort of, another layer for being more specific on the search. So you can either enter the tile number where you want data, and also here set the cloud cover. So I'm going to do that, just that for now. And the platform actually, so Sentinel-2 machines is a sort of a twin satellite platform. There is Sentinel-2A and 2B, which together retain data of the same area every 5 days or so. So this is the result of my search query. So you can see there are a number of images that are retained from different tiles, as you can see, and you can actually assess the footprint of one image tile to see whether it covers your area and so on. But also you have the chance to visualize and see the cloud pollution, the extent of cloud pollution within the image. And so you can scroll through them, find the ones that matches your area of interest, and you download, really. So if you check all the buttons just below the image description, you will see a downward pointing arrow, which is the download button. And here I have not logged in yet, so it's sort of not activated. But once you have an account, a registered account, and you log in, you should be able to click on that particular button and download the data set that you want. Yeah, so there are two other platforms that I want to introduce you to, and the next one is the Copernicus Open Access Hub, and this is mainly a data repository for the European Space Agency, and it has mainly Sentinel data, so Sentinel 1, 2, 3, 5 and all. And so this one also functions basically quite similar to the USGS Earth Explorer platform, where you have to specify your area with some sort of a polygon or a point. So you just have to click and drag to draw the area of interest, and then you set the temporal window for which you want the data. So in this case, I'm using the sensing period, and for that you have to also, after that, you have to specify the platform. So obviously Sentinel-2, and I'll leave the platform type to all, so I am open to Sentinel-2A or 2B data. But then you have to set the product type, right, which is sort of the processing level that you want the data. Obviously you want to get the highest level if you can, which in this case is the level 2A product. But if you don't get it, then of course you can come to a slightly lower level, the level 1C in my case, and you remember to log in as well. So you, of course, here you can also create a free account to use. And another thing is to set the cloud cover percentage that you want to allow for data download. So all in all, very similar to the USGS platform. And here we are, we have some data retained, and you can see they vary based on the tile, but also the cloud cover percentage and so on. So it's really just a matter of getting the quality data that you're looking for. So you, as much as possible, want to avoid any cloud pollution. So there might be clouds in certain portions of the image, but if your portion of interest is fine, then you just go for it, right? And so yeah, I downloaded that, the level 1C product, and we will go back to it later. The last platform is the Sentinel Hub. You can easily navigate to the EO browser and choose from a number of different data sets. So Again, it works similarly. You have to specify the area of interest with a polygon, and for this you can actually upload a shape file or KML file of your area. And again, you choose the date range or the temporary window for which you want the data. And once you have that, you can click on the search button, and it retains all the data sets that meets the specifications that you defined, right? So again, you can scroll through all of them and choose which one meets the quality standards that you're looking for, mostly in terms of the cloud cover over your area, right? Again, if you want to increase the pool of available data that you have access to, you can choose different processing levels and change the cloud cover percentages and so on, and you have some data. And once you make a choice of which ones you want to visualize, you can simply click on that, and there are a number of pre-made color composites already. So there is a true color composite and the force infrared color composite, as well as other color composites for identifying different features within the landscape. And so you can just play around it to see which features are identifiable. Of course, there is the NDVI as well, and so you can actually investigate the histograms of the different layers to see the distribution of NDVI values in this case. So there's a bit of initial analysis that you can actually do just to query your data further and download your product. And once you're done, you click on the export button, and you can choose which sort of data that you want to export. Do you just want the indices or the individual bands? So for example, do you want to just download NDVI layers, or you want to download certain bands and so on? So you just specify all those details with the boxes right there, and you can actually click on the help question marks provided there to read further on what to expect with the options that you choose. But yeah, overall, this Sentinel EO browser platform sort of gives a further step on really investigating your data and querying the data and being sure of what you want and so on. So once you're satisfied, you can simply click on the download button to download your data. So that's all for the platforms, and I have to say that actually the goal is to be able to get the data processed to the highest level, so the most quality data that you can find. And I will recommend that if you can get a level 2A Sentinel data, for instance, you can use any of the platforms to download it. But then If level 2A is not available and you have to degrade to say level 1C for instance, then I will highly recommend downloading it from the Copernicus Open Access Hub, because there it comes with all the necessary metadata that you need to do some further processing. So for example, if you have to do some atmospheric corrections and so on, the data from the Copernicus Open Access Hub, I see it as more organized and it's easier to work with further down the line than from the other platforms. But of course, they all work. So I downloaded the level 1C data, and this is how the individual bands look like within QGIS. So you can toggle the different visualizations of bands, and you see that the shades of gray keep changing through the different wavelength bands, right? So that's how the data looks like. And in the videos to come, we will focus on further processing this data set. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe, because I've got more of these introductory videos for you.